White played. Queen takes a8. Pause the video to spot black's next move. On e4 check. On d4. On takes d4 check. King d2. On d3 check. Rook takes g7. Queen e5 check. King c1. Queen a1 check. King d2. Rook takes f2 check. King e3. Rook e2 check. King f4. Queen e5 check. King g4. Queen takes g7 check. King h5. Black is dominating the board. Let's go to the next game. Black just played. King h5. Pause the video to analyze white's next move. Queen f4. White's idea is to play Queen g5 mate and seize the initiative. On h6 played by black. On g4 check. King takes h4. On g5 check. King h5. On takes h6. On g5. Queen h2 check. King g6. Queen d6 check. King h7. Queen f6. White considers playing Queen g7 mate and increase their advantage significantly. Queen a7 move preferred by black. Queen takes g5. On c5. Queen takes d5. On a4 black's loss is confirmed. Let's go to the next game. White just played. On h4 pause the video to figure out black's next move. On d5 check. King h5. Knight f7. Knight takes e5. On g6 check. Knight takes g6. On takes g6 check. King takes g6. King e7. Black might go for Bishop d7. King g7. Rook a g8 mate and establish a winning position. Bishop takes d5 was chosen by white. Rook g8 check. King h5. White's idea is to play Bishop takes f7 and dominate the board. Bishop e6 was chosen by black. Black is aiming to play Rook h8 check. King g6. Rook a g8 mate and secure a stronghold in the game. Bishop takes e6 played by white. Rook g7. Black considers playing Rook h8 mate and seize the initiative. Bishop c8 move preferred by white. Rook takes c8. On g4. Rook h8 mate black won. Let's go to the next game. White just played. King f2 pause the video to analyze black's next move. On g3 check. King f3. Queen h5 check. King e3. Queen h6 check. King d4. Bishop e5 check. King takes e5. On f6 check. King d4. Queen f4 check. King c5. Bishop e6. Bishop d6 check. Rook takes d8. Bishop takes f4. Rook takes d3. Knight d4. White wants to play Knight takes e6 and dominate the board. Bishop takes a2 played by black. On c4 white's loss is confirmed. Let's go to the next game. Black played. Bishop c6 pause the video to figure out white's next move. On c5 check. King h8. Black is looking to play Queen g3. Bishop e4. Bishop takes e4. Queen takes g3. Bishop takes g3 and gain a significant edge. Queen e6 move preferred by white. White wants to play Queen f6 check. King g8. Queen f8 check. Rook takes f8. Rook takes f8 mate and put immense pressure on the opponent. Queen e5 move preferred by black. Black wants to play queen takes e6 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Queen h3 move preferred by white. White intends to play queen takes h2. Queen takes h2 check. King takes h2 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Bishop g3 move preferred by black. Rook f7. White is preparing to play bishop g7 check. Queen takes g7. Rook takes g7 and take decisive advantage. Rook e8 was chosen by black. Rook takes h7 check. King takes h7. Bishop f4 check. King g7. Queen h6 check. King f6. Bishop takes e5 check. Bishop takes e5. King g1. White might go for queen takes g6 check and increase their advantage significantly. King e6 played by black. On b4. Bishop d5. Bishop takes g6. Rook h8. White is in a commanding position. Let's go to the next game. Black played on h2. Pause the video to analyze white's next move. Black is aiming to play bishop h5. Bishop g2. Bishop g6. On b4. Bishop e4. Bishop f1. Rook takes a7. King takes a7. On promotes to queen at h1 and increase their advantage significantly. On f5 move preferred by white. White wants to play pawn takes e6 and establish a winning position. Bishop f7 move preferred by black. On f6. Bishop e8. Bishop c5. Bishop g6. On b4. White is looking to play king takes c6 and take decisive advantage. Bishop e8 played by black. Bishop f2. White is looking to play bishop g3. King d8. Bishop takes h2 and establish a winning position. Bishop h5 move preferred by black. Black is aiming to play bishop takes f3 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Bishop h1 played by white. Bishop e8. Bishop g3. White wants to play bishop takes h2 and seize the initiative. King d8 was chosen by black. King b7. Bishop d7. Bishop takes h2. On c5. On f7. White considers playing pawn promotes to queen at f8 check and put immense pressure on the opponent. King e7 played by black. King takes a8. Bishop c6 check. White is dominating the board. Let's go to the next game. White made a move. Rook b1. Pause the video to figure out black's next move. Rook takes e2 check. King f1. White considers playing queen d8 check. Rook e8. Queen takes e8 mate and dominate the board. Bishop a6 played by black. Black is aiming to play rook takes f2 check. King e1. Rook e2 check. King f1. Rook takes g2 check. King e1. Queen f2 mate and establish a winning position. Rook takes b2 was chosen by white. Rook takes b2 check. King g1. Bishop e2. Black is preparing to play bishop takes d1 and increase their advantage significantly. Queen e1 was chosen by white. Rook d8. On h4. Rook d1. Black is planning to play bishop takes f3 and dominate the board. Queen takes d1 move preferred by white. Bishop takes d1. Rook h3. Bishop takes f3. Rook takes f3. On g6, black considers playing rook takes a2 and establish a winning position. Rook d3 was chosen by white. Rook c2. On g4, rook takes c6. King g to black is clearly ahead. Let's go to the next game. Black made a move. King e6. Pause the video and try to predict white's next move. Queen f5 check. King d5. On e6 check. King c6. Queen takes b5 check. King takes b5. On g5. King c6. Black is setting up to play bishop takes g5 and seize the initiative. On takes h6 was chosen by white. On takes h6. King g4. White is setting up to play bishop takes h6 and secure a stronghold in the game. King d6 was chosen by black. King f5. On b5. Bishop takes h6. King d5. Bishop g7. King c4. On h6. White is aiming to play bishop f6. Bishop d6. On h7. King c5. On promotes to queen at h8 and secure a stronghold in the game. King d3 was chosen by black. Bishop f6. White is aiming to play bishop takes e7 and dominate the board. Bishop d6 played by black. On h7. King e2. King g6. King d3. On promotes to queen at h8. White's idea is to play queen d8. King c2. Queen takes d6 and seize the initiative. King e2. Black is struggling to keep up. Let's go to the next game. Black played king takes g7. Pause the video to find out white's response. Rook g1 check. King h6. Bishop g5 check. King h5. Queen e1. On f6. Queen h4 check. King g6. Bishop takes f6 check. King f7. Rook g7 check. King e8. Rook e7 check. King d8. Black is aiming to play queen takes f6. Queen takes f6. Rook takes f6 and seize the initiative. Bishop e5 played by white. White wants to play rook f7 check. King c8. Rook takes c7 check and secure a stronghold in the game. Queen d7 move preferred by black. Rook takes d7 check. King takes d7. Queen takes h7 check. Bishop f7. Queen d3 check. King c6. Queen e4 check. King b6. On b4. Rook fc8. On takes c5 check. King takes c5. Bishop takes c7. Rook takes c7. Queen takes a8. On a5 black is outplayed. Let's go to the next game. White just played queen g3. Pause the video to find out black's response. King h7. Black is planning to play rook b5. Rook d1. Rook takes b2 and take decisive advantage. Bishop d6 move preferred by white. Rook g8. Bishop takes c5. Bishop takes c3 check. On takes c3. Rook takes g3. On takes g3. Queen c6. Rook b1. Queen takes c5. Rook takes b7 check. King g6. Black is planning to play queen takes e3 check and dominate the board. King f2 played by white. Bishop d5. Black is preparing to play bishop takes b7 and increase their advantage significantly. Rook d7 played by white. Queen c6. Black is setting up to play queen takes d7 and gain a significant edge. Rook d8 move preferred by white. Bishop takes f3. Rook hd1. White is looking to play. Rook 1 d6 check. King f5. Rook takes c6 and establish a winning position. Bishop takes d1 move preferred by black. Rook takes d1. Queen e4. Black is planning to play. Queen c2 check. King e1. Queen takes a 2 and dominate the board. Rook d2 played by white. Queen h1. Black might go for. Queen h2 check. King e1. Queen takes g3 check and seize the initiative. King e2 played by white. King f5. Black wants to play. King g4. Rook c2. Queen g2 check. King d1. Queen f1 check. King d2. Queen c4. On e4. King takes g3 and take decisive advantage. Rook d4 played by white. Queen g2 check. King d3. Queen takes a 2. Rook f4 check. White is on the verge of defeat. Let's go to the next game.